New business, audit approval of waterworks. When will we see the audit?
It's on the website, I believe, isn't it? Isn't it, David?
Yes, it was on last month.
Yeah, it's on the
On
OneDrive.
City website?
The OneDrive.
Oh, okay. Waterworks amendment to the budget. You want to tell us a little bit about that? Why are we going with $150,000 for sewer utilities?
Yes, sir. We in the rehab of those sewer ponds, when we had to take those blowers out of service, we had some surface aerators installed on the pond to help keep us in compliance with ADEQ, and they had to put in a new service. Well, we started that service in September of 2020. We didn't get a bill until March on that service, and it was just under $88,000 when the bill came in. So they didn't bill us for 4 months in 2020, plus we didn't get a bill for the first 2 months in 21. Now that service is not going to go away, but the usage on it will drastically decrease. And had we known, at the end of last year, if they'd been billing us for 4 months, we would have known how to adjust our electric and our budget accordingly. But because they didn't get a bill to us in a timely manner, we got a 6-month bill all at once. That's what happened.
Okay, anybody have any questions?
That's a little unusual, isn't it?
Well, they came put the service in, and we still had a service. Then I think they just never read the meter after they installed the service. So I don't know. We've already paid the bill, so we're upside down on our budget right now.
You gotta do something. Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, tell us about the replacement camera.
The sewer camera has gone out on the camera van, and we use that camera van we clean sewer lines and then put that camera in there and track it to the defects in the sewer line, and so that we'll know we can mark it then because it has a tracking device on it, and when there's a defect, we can dig down right on top of the defect instead of ripping out lines to make those repairs. So it's pretty critical that we have it. Without it, we can't do that kind of work. It is a specific brand of camera that no other camera will work. If we get this camera, we'll be upgraded for years to come because it's the newest and latest and greatest. A new camera van completely is around $200,000.
Okay, and you didn't know about this when you did your budget?
No, sir. It went out last month.
Anybody have any questions about that? Okay, how about the Rockport legal fees? Is this the end of that, or are we going to continue to be paying those?
No, sir. We are. It's part of legal fees. That we had budgeted $12,000 last year. We only paid them $9,000. So we budgeted 12, and so far this year, we paid them a little over 20, and we got to go to court on the 3rd of next month. So I'm just guesstimating we need another 40. I don't know how many times we're going to go to court.
Okay. Anybody have any questions about that?
So how much have we spent in legal fees roughly?
So far, $27,500.
And you're thinking it could be as much as another 40?
Well, I'm just trying to get enough in there that I don't have to come back. I hope it's not. I hope it's over with soon.
Any other questions?
Yeah, where are we on the lawsuit? Where do we stand right now as far as payments and kind of what's going to happen?
Still you on there?
Yes, sir, I'm here. As of right now, things are all quiet. They're paying as ordered by the bankruptcy court. The moment they don't make the first payment according to the order of court, we are able to pursue them in state court. So right now, they're staying current as ordered, not current as due, but current as ordered. David's been keeping our attorney informed of all the payments and what they're being applied to and what the balances are. But right now, everything's pretty steady. They've got to make their current payments as well as start some progress towards their old balance. And if they miss a payment or don't make a payment as ordered, which is by the end of the month, then at that point, we can move to sort of forward with the state court proceeding that we have, ultimately, which would result in a judgment against them and then us foreclosing that judgment. So right now, things are pretty calm and quiet.
This doesn't include, the monies that they filed bankruptcy on, does it?
No. They are supposed to be making a plan to start paying something towards that. But David, correct me if I'm wrong, but they haven't made a payment towards their old balance as of yet.
The original 269,000, no, they have not.
Correct. Okay. But the court will require they start making progress on that.
Is there any chance we'll get any of these legal fees back?
We are definitely asking for them. There is a chance, yes. Whether it be all of it, a portion of it, I can't say. I've made sure our attorney is aware that any opportunity we get to ask for attorney's fees, that we ask for them and do whatever it takes to get them.
Sounds good.
Okay, I got one more. What do they currently owe? Not counting the 269,000.
57.5. But only 29,000 of that is due mandatory next month. Or this month, I mean, May.
Okay, any other questions?
So we just carry over that $27,000? Is that what we do?
Well, they made $3,000 payment toward it last month, so the other 27 you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? All right, low bid on the manhole rehab. Is this something we had in the budget?
This is part of our sewer system rehab, part of the bond money. The low bid on the manhole rehab and low bid on the sewer system rehab. There's two different contracts. This will finish up our bond money.
Okay,
David, can you give us just a little idea about what that and what each, no, I don't mean a big long drawn out explanation, but kind of explain what each one of those is going to wind up doing for us.
Well, it's line repairs that will eliminate inflow and infiltration on 2 of our 6 major basins. It's going to help us with events during rain. The same thing with the manholes. It's 2 different contracts because it's 2 different specific professions per se. The manhole rehab is a different thing than relaying lines or pipe bursting lines. If you if you've got the actual bid tabulation, you'll see on contract 1, all the sizes of pipe and how many linear feet and all that they're replacing in contract one, which is the 1.398 million. And then the manhole rehab, there's looks like 11 or 7 or so. There's 7. Well, there's several manholes that they're doing.
So this 1.3 million, what percentage of the collection system does that repair? 20%,
About a
50%,
third. About a third of it.
about a third?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about the other 2/3? Do they need it or is that,
Yes, sir.
are they
And,
in good shape?
no, sir, they need it. And, what the plan is to start bidding some sections of it as we go forward after this is completed and getting it from our sewer depreciation.
So the bond money won't be used to do that other 2/3?
No, unless, I mean, we're gonna keep working on it as we go. I don't know, this sewer system is nationwide. It'll never go away. We just gotta keep working on it and chipping at it. So if you look at it, if you go back to our long-range plan, there were more basins in that in phase 2. And that's where we'll start working, but we'll start trying to work out of, because we're paying off the sewer plant, the original sewer plant bond. We'll have money freed up to help. Instead of making a payment, we'll start sending some of that money that we were making payments with to doing repairs in the system.
Okay, any other questions on any of the items on the new business section, financial side?
Yeah, just one more question about that, David. You said, so, one of our bonds is going off and how much money is that roughly a month we're talking about?
36,000 a month.
And that's what you're gonna put towards repairs?
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I make a motion, we send A, B, C, and D over to the agenda. New business.
Second.
Have a motion and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Do I hear a motion to adjourn the finance committee?
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Okay, I'm gonna call the agenda meeting to order, and the only thing we have under old business is the third reading for the ordinance amending ordinance number 944, regulating service entrances. Do I hear a motion and second to put that item A on next Monday night's city council agenda?
I make a motion, we put this on the Monday night's council.
Have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that'll be on there. Okay, Finance Committee wishes to have A, B, and C, and D items under new business placed on the agenda for next city council meeting. Do I have a motion, a second, to place these on the agenda?
I make the motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, do I have a motion for the agenda meeting? Do I have a motion to close the agenda meeting?
I make a motion, we close the agenda meeting.
I have a second?
Second.
Okay, we're done. All right, Phyllis, are you gonna do the mayor reports?
Yeah, the police department will be advertised in the Democrat Gazette, the renovation to the police building on May the 2nd and May the 9th, and it'll run in the Daily Record on May the 4th and May the 11th. I do not have the date of the opening, but Brenda will have it for you next week. It's probably going to be the latter part of May. I'm sure. I haven't gotten that bid packet yet. We ran an ad for the Planning Commission members. That deadline will be May 14th, and she plans to do interviews after that. So probably the June meeting, she'll have a resolution appointing those members. The only other thing is that we bid out the first part of the street project, and we got no bids. And so I think we've kind of talked about the option to go from there and maybe get some quotes and then waive competitive bidding. So we'll start to work on that. But that was last Friday, and we didn't receive any bids.
Any idea why that was?
I don't know, because we advertised it. Jacob had talked to a couple of contracting companies that acted interested. I sent out one packet. I had a request, and I sent out a packet, and we never heard from any of them.
Wow.
What are we gonna do if we don't get a bid?
Well, there are some people who are not quite as large, and I think this was, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but I think this may have been a really small project for a really big company, and maybe required a little much for a smaller company, and I think it just kind of fell in the cracks. But I think Mike and Jacob have talked to a contractor who may be interested, and we just need to get a quote from him and then waive competitive bidding on that one project.
And if I'm not mistaken, fellas, the company we're talking with is Spar City. I'm thinking they the one did the Ash Street and down on First Street, the little project down off of Gloucester. They have done
they've
other
done work
small
for us
jobs,
before.
and they may have done the one off of Apollo.
Yes, I think they did.
So they have done work, and they've done good work. It's just that the way the bid was, it was a little much, but they definitely interested in it.
I think if you were a company that was big enough to have an engineer that could understand all of the specifications, that it was a really small job. But if you were a small job and didn't have an engineer, it was kind of daunting, because they were kind of daunting to me. So
What are they bidding on?
they're bidding on it's a overlay. Well, it's not really an overlay. It's kind of like a, what do you call that, Mike? Chip and seal?
Yes.
Chip and seal for Rolling Hills Drive and Tanner Road.
That's it?
Yes.
Now here's the good news. When we get ready to do the phase one part of it, it's gonna be a bigger job, and we're looking to have a lot of people interested. A lot of these guys don't like bringing stuff in for a couple of. I mean, we think Tanner Street is a big street, but it's not in their eyes. So we will have better luck when we start going forward with the other streets. And Wayne, we already working on the specs to the mayor, and Jacob and I wrote through your area the other day on the concrete work. And we're trying to get somebody to give us a bid, get the specs finished so we can go to work on getting that done.
All right.
When will phase one be released for bid?
We're trying to finalize in the specs right now, Larry.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
we got an engineer helping us with the specs. We're trying to make sure we got all our T's crossed and our I's dotted, so we don't leave nothing out.
You should get some folks like Redstone interested in that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I think this was just one of those jobs that wasn't quite big enough for the big guys and too big for the small guys. You know, for them for a bid, because with a bid you require a huge bid bond. That's a lot for a small contractor, even though
Yeah.
they do the job. A bid bond for them. Now they will have to have a performance bond, but a bid bond on top of that, you know, is just a lot for a small construction company.
And we think Cranford probably be interested too once we do the big bids.
What about, is Donnie here? Chief, please here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Donnie, did we
Hey.
ever get any further on, picking out, things for the, police station, the supplies and the colors and all that?
I've been looking at colors quite a bit, different buildings. It's just gonna take a few more people to look at it, so, we can come up with something together instead of, just me coming up with it. Because if it goes
Yeah.
bad, I don't wanna be the only one to be blamed.
I don't want you to do it by yourself.
But yeah, I'm leaning towards the earth tone colors. So I don't think it'll be that difficult. We just need a few people to look and, get a group together to agree that that's what we want.
Y'all have actually looked at some other buildings, or you got pictures of things that we can look at, or?
Yeah, I've looked at several buildings. So yeah, we can sit down and look at different buildings and decide what will be best.
Okay.
Chief, did you hear my part about the crack cellar being Wednesday and we're gonna come down to your parking lot to get some training in?
No, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, so Wednesday morning, I can give you guys a call whenever we get ready to get started. Anybody that's interested, let me know.
Oh, that'll be great.
Hey, Larry, I don't know if we need to ask about citizens wishing to appear or not.
Well, we can. I don't know if there's anyone else out there or not.
I don't know either.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, they've got till Wednesday anyway, hadn't they, Phyllis?
Yes.
Somebody wants to appear.
Yeah.
So if anybody's hearing
Okay.
this and wants to appear at next city council meeting, you've got till Wednesday to check with Phyllis.
And that's all I've got. So y'all are good. We'll see you Monday night.
Keep praying for
Sounds
Johnny and the
good.
bear.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
They need
Good
prayer.
night,
everybody.
Absolutely.
Good night, everyone.
See you guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.